of life, I can truly say that the Lord has brought us from a mighty long way. Just look at where the Lord has brought us from. But we just didn't get to this point of life by accident. Some blood had to be shed. Some lives had to be taken. Some dreams had to be shattered. Are you praying with me here? Some pains had to be tolerated. It was like people like Harriet Tubman, who was the Moses of her people, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who we're talking about and celebrating this weekend, and Malcolm X and Rosa Parks and many others who fought for justice and equal rights. It was these people who laid their lives on the line for the lives of others. And then locally there were people like the late Bishop Eccleston of the Martinsville area, Bishop James C. Richardson Jr., the Bishop Royal Morrison, the Apostle Joseph H. Adams, Mr. Johnny Wade, the Reverend Hezekiah Marsh, the late Reverend H.G. McGee, and Apostle Lawrence G. Campbell, and the Reverend Thurman Eccles, and many others, but forgive me if I don't call the name. But I thank God for these leaders, some who have walked with Dr. King and fought for equal rights and justice. Some of these leaders, they took beatings. They were hosed down. They were beaten and bitten by dogs for the sake of freedom and justice. Some even went to jail because they were trying to bring peace and equality toward all men. I tell you, my young brothers and my young sisters, God has brought us from a mighty long way. Our forefathers have paved the way for somebody. Somebody had to die so that we could live. The Lord has brought us out of many dangers seen and unseen. And we can't forget what the Lord has done. And I don't know about you, but I thank God for using our forefathers. I thank God for inspiring our four leaders to make a stand for justice, to stand for equality. They did it so that we could have the freedom to live in this country. They did it so we can have the freedom to worship at our choice. The freedom to eat in the same restaurant with this white folk and the Hispanic folk. The freedom to attend the same schools and the same institutions. The freedom to work at the same company. The freedom to buy the same kind of house and the same kind of car. The freedom. Don't get me wrong, racism is not completely gone. But at least we have more opportunities now that are available to us than we once did. This was all possible because God moved on our past and present leaders. And today I thank God for the Martin Luther King and this man here today that's standing up for justice, standing up for equality. And I tell you, had it not been for the Lord who was on our side, where would we be? I don't know about you, but as I look back over my life and I think things over, I can truly say I am blessed and I got a testimony. Did anybody here tonight say, I got a testimony? Oh, don't fool me now. I don't know your life story. I don't know your resume. But you've been through the fire. You've been through the flood. But God has kept you. God has blessed you. There's still a praise inside of you. We can't forget what the Lord has done. Remember, Samuel said for us to remember how God has always been here for you. Remember how he got you out of jam after jam. Remember how he sent Moses and Aaron to lead you out of Egypt. Then you got to realize that the people of Israel were slaves in Egypt for 400 years. That's a long time. If I were alive back then and I was one of the down in he did for you this morning. Think about one thing he did last night. You know, I tell the church sometimes we praise him for what he has done. But I learned to praise him for what could have happened, didn't happen. I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. But the Lord, he kept me. And I won't forget. I can't forget. You know, we used to have an old congregational song. Say, Jesus, I'm just going to quit. I never forget. Before we had the organ, before we had the tambourines, God gave us 2 hands and 2 good feet. We will make our way in the house and say, Jesus, I never forget what the Lord, we didn't say the Lord, or was that loud? Done for you. Can I get a witness? Has he been good to you? Won't he make a way? Won't he see you through it? Won't he roll it? Won't he roll it? We sing the song, we shall overcome. Some things we have overcome, but we got a long ways to go. But with the Lord on our side, I believe we're going to make it. How many know you're going to make it? Because I can do all things which strengthen me. So I say to you tonight, let's continue to love each other and stop hating on each other. The devil come to steal, kill, and to destroy. He's got our own black men turning on our own black men. Young men, boyfriends killing their girlfriends. Killing each other. And it shouldn't be. But the only way to stop that killing is good that we can come together. But the only way they can stop that killing is give them Jesus. He's the answer for the world today. I'm so glad for Jesus. The Bible said God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever, black or white, whosoever, rich or poor, whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have, somebody say shall have, everlasting life. Still saying got milk. Ask somebody got Jesus. He's on the main line. Tell him what you want. We need more power. We need more love. We need